Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And I know it has been a while. I apologize in advance. I do kind of have reasonings for that, and I'll explain that a little bit. Nothing bad, absolutely. I actually was or am is still in the middle of deciding to redo my office slash craft slash pen room. And I had bought like a bunch of stuff from IKEA and new shelving and all of that. But if anybody's done those kinds of things, it's easier to technically like box up stuff, get it out of the room to kind of start from like the bare bones. And I did that, and then things got in the like because my husband has to put all the shelving and stuff up. So then things were packed up for far too long. So we're gonna just kind of go with it. I unpacked some stuff because I'm like, I want to use some of this, and I wanted to do this Philadelphia pen show haul. So I know I'm a little behind, and I want to use some of this stuff as well, and just show you guys and kind of stay on top of it this year more than I have been able to. So even if it's just, a video a week or a couple videos is what I'm hoping for. That's the goal anyways. So I hope you kind of stick around with me. And then also I will show you as to how, as my office kind of comes together. I'm very excited about that. So anyways, this is, if you haven't seen by the title already, this is the Philadelphia Pen Show haul. So this was actually in the middle of January. I got to go to this. I convinced Lexi, who is Lip Gloss and Lattes on Instagram and actually on YouTube as well. So I convinced her to go, and it was actually her birthday weekend. So we had a great time. This was actually probably the first show where it's not a massive show, I don't think, compared to a few, but it was a bigger show and one where I wasn't actually working or any of that kind of stuff. So this was we went to Detroit together as well, but that was a much smaller show. So I wasn't 100% sure what to expect here. There were some other vendors I hadn't met at this show. And honestly, I had the best weekend with everyone and just getting to know people, and went a little overboard. And again, please, I'll try and say this as much as possible on my show on my channel. But this year I had saved for over Christmas. That's what I had I wanted some stuff, but my family doesn't know. They wouldn't know how to pick a pen at all. They have no idea. So some of that was towards this too, and that kind of thing. And I don't get to go to another pen show until Chicago. So this is a little bit of a larger haul. I'm not going to swatch inks or anything for you on this one because I actually am so excited. I've decided to do another little series on here. It'll be shorter videos, probably 10-15 minutes long, that feature, I'm going to call it Pens and Pages. So I know people have been asking me about my pen collection and stuff, and I don't want to, I'll do hauls absolutely because I still love watching hauls, but I want to show you guys how I use my pens too and how I pair them and stuff like that. So each one of those episodes will have a pen and ink and something you can try and do with your pens to kind of get more use out of them or just more creative ideas. I am not super talented artist or anything like that, so this is just, it's meant to be fun, and I hope that's what you guys get out of this hobby. Well, anyways, so like I said, this is the Philly Pen Show, and these 3 postcards are done by the ever talented Kari. So Kari Bullet Journal, I believe, on Instagram. So she drew these, and I'm so excited, and she gave those to me. So that's the first thing I'll show. I'm going to show you guys kind of some of the little freebie things and ephemera stuff that I kind of got, and then I'll get into the shopping. So that was from Kari. And then and if you hear little sniffing or anything in the background, my Callie is with me here on the chair beside me. And then this is okay, so this is funny. The first night there was a guy, and I'm trying to remember his name. Pierre, I think is his name. And he had a few, let's say, but he drew or wrote mine and Lexi's names in beer with the craziest old fountain pens that were beautiful and so flexy, but this was my name. So I'll keep that forever as a souvenir. That's fun. And then, I also got this from Kari. So that's the Desk Chatter of the Girls. So if you ever go watch them. I've been on their show actually last week. Whoops. And then this was from Nick. He has the most beautiful handwriting. Can you guys see that? Whoop, there we go, up a little bit. Sorry, can't see the camera. So this here, just the most beautiful. So I keep these things because they mean something to me, and as somebody just meeting everybody, it's so fun. And if I ever get to write even kind of like this one day, that would be phenomenal. But I don't see that happening. And then this is the Atlanta Pen Show little postcard they were handing out. I just thought it was adorable. If you can go to that pen show, absolutely. I don't think I can get to Atlanta, but if you can go, absolutely get to go. The pen shows are phenomenal, and if you're new to the fountain pen world, honestly, they are the most fun. You get to meet so many amazing people. You get to try so many pens, and I've heard people say like they're nervous about asking to try a pen and stuff like that. Please don't be, because that is exactly what the pen shows are for. Like I've worked at with Esterbrook for a bit at a couple of the shows, and I'm going to be at their booth in Chicago as well. So that's what we're there for. Like come up and ask to use the pens. Like we have a whole tester set to use, and a lot of people will. Like Kirk, actually I'll show you Kirk's while I'm talking about Kirk. So Kirk is a wonderful nibmeister who I absolutely adore, and he's there and he'll have a whole tester set of pens for you to use and to try if you want to try a different nib grind, or he can do tuning of nibs, everything like that. This is, let me see if I can get this to focus for you guys. So every show, he does a special nib. So this one says love, which I absolutely love. So I don't know if you guys, if you have like a word that you write when you first like try a pen and stuff. Most people put like hi or their names. For some reason, love is actually what I write all the time in cursive. I don't know why. I just think it's fun. I think the L's are fun. I don't know. But that's the word. So I thought that was fun with this. So, and then my idea too for this year, what I've decided, because like I said, I adore Kirk. I love his work. I love that he does the nibs for the shows. So what I am going to do each show is buy the nib from the show I attend, and then get him, if I get an appointment, or I'll save them until another time, whatever. But I want him to do a specialty grind on each one. So then also when I keep track of it, I can kind of be like, okay, well, this nib is my, like this one here is the Waverly I got. So this one I did Waverly, and then Detroit, I got one. I'm not sure if I got him to do a grind on that one, because I did a grind on a different one, but like I know for Chicago I want to get one, and I'm going to do the Imperial grind next, for example. But that's the idea. And I did get one in Orlando as well that I actually was going to get Annabelle to do, but she had run out of time when we were in Orlando, so I'm going to bring that one as well. But it's kind of like the idea of like the picture on it to correspond with whatever grind you want, and then it's also kind of a souvenir for the show. So that's kind of what I'm thinking anyways for this year. So that's what I'm going to do. So again, Kirk is Pen Realm. Phenomenal. His wife Crystal is just the sweetest. Love them both. They are wonderful people, and he's so easy to talk to and to help with the nibs. So don't be nervous is what I'm trying to say, and go and ask to use the pens, because it makes such a difference in your experience in buying pens when you get to actually try things out and ask questions. So that's my speech on that one. So that's the Kirk one. And then, oh, these are some other little freebies I got. So I got to meet Tom from Gold Spot. And then this one's Ozark Pen Shop. I believe Lexi bought a pen from him. And then that one might have, oh no, this is Pilot. Again, love my Pilot pens. And then Wendy Sue, who I got to meet there. She's so sweet. So go follow her on YouTube and Instagram as well. And she gave me these, and they're so cute. Look at these. I'm so in love with these little dudes. I don't even know, but like little ink splotches. And yeah, I'm in love. And this one is so cute and pink, so that makes me happy. And then I did get another Zodiac pen sticker. Sadly, Bart was not at the Philly show, but he was kind enough to work with me to make a pen and have it ready for me to give to Lexi for her birthday that weekend. So it's beautiful. Make sure you check out Lexi's Instagram. She has pictures of it, and it is stunning. So I was very, very happy that he did that with me. Bart's great, so go check him out as well. Okay, so where to start? So this is kind of fun. They gave us, it's called Nibbage, which I thought was super fun. So it's like the book of the show. And I was really terrible and didn't fill anything out. I was like the map was awesome. I had full intentions of doing it because I was sat down at Kirk's table, and Kirk and Claire were there, and I had them both sign it, and that's as far as I got, and then I forgot about it. And then Aziza did the artwork and stuff on it. So, but it's so fun. Like, I love this as a souvenir, and I will probably cut out certain things and put it in my journal, like a memory journal. Okay, so where to start here? Okay, let's start with this one here. So I have Stationery Universe. So I bought some stickers from Tori Tori is an absolute doll. I had so much fun with her this weekend. We made some crazy memories that we're not even going to talk about on YouTube, but we had some fun and I love her to pieces. So I bought these 3 because I think I have the medium one, and I like all the nibs for different reasons and different things. Medium is technically like my go-to, but okay, I'm just making sure I'm still in the frame. But I love them all. Like I really do. And then this was, I saw that sticker and I was like, need. And then these ones were on her table. I believe these ones were all freebies and I love them. And again, we're all journalers, memory keepers, sticker hoarders, whatever you want to call us. So I got those as well. And Tori always has some really fun products. At one of the other shows, I got like a painted converter from her. I got some other stamps. She's adorable and I love her stuff. So go check her out. Okay. And then I always tend to do some damage at the Federalist table. So they always have like different inks, different journals, it's like there's just a pile of stuff and you kind of go through these bins and it's exciting to kind of find older things as well. So some of the ones that I got that I didn't even know you could get anymore and I had kind of wanted them is the Pelican like inks of the year. Whoop, there we go. So so this one's the ink of the year, the Garnet, Star Ruby, and then Moonstone. And if you know me, I love, love, love gray, pinks. So I got all 3 of these. The boxes are a little beaten up. The inks are perfectly fine, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to keep the boxes probably for these ones. Again, doesn't matter. They're the Edelstein bottles are beautiful. I'm not going to swatch them all on here because it'll take forever. And if you guys haven't noticed, I talk way too much. But again, this will all be featured in the Pens and Pages series. So there's the bottles are beautiful. So I'm so excited to use these. And they're older inks that you can't really find. So I was so excited to find those ones. And I just recently actually found in a Canadian shop the Golden Barrel, I think it was. So I'm very excited to have found those. So that's exciting. And then I also got, I always tend to buy a lot of ink from Federalist. So I had never tried Andurilium inks. So, and obviously pinks and grays. It's not like you guys can predict what I'm going to buy or anything. So I thought I would try a couple of theirs too. So I'll let you know how I feel about them when I do get into them. But I haven't tried them, but I've heard great things. So I'm very excited. If you guys have tried any of these, please tell me in the comments what you think, or if you have a favorite ink. Because again, I'm still building my collection. Can you believe though that it's March, which means last March is when I bought my first fountain pen. So it's pretty much, I think it was closer to the end of the month, but it's pretty much been a year. And oh my goodness, the rabbit hole is deep, let me tell you. But there's still so much for me that I feel like I need to learn. And there's still so many things and brands and makers and like anything, like still so much to try and to play with. So I love that. And I do love to have variety. I will say if you're on this channel and you're a minimalist, that might not be the channel for you. I know I'm a maximalist, and there's things that ever since I was a little girl though, my dad, for example, he was never afraid to take me like clothes shopping, or like I was never much of a makeup girl or any of that kind of stuff. Like that's not where I spent my money. It was always, since I was a little girl, on pens and stationery or books when I was younger too. So this is where I always have spent the money. So I hope that you guys understand that, and that's okay. Like I know that I just sometimes worry about judgments on those kinds of things, and I really hope that this community doesn't do that. Whereas, you know what, if this is where you want to spend your money and it makes you happy, do that. If you want to go out and have, you know, margarita and that's what makes you happy, do that. And it's honestly, it's just, I just want it to be a happy place, basically. So, but again, this channel is definitely going to be a maximalist channel. I like pretty things and cute things all over the place. So that's going to definitely be here. So those ones. And then Sailor. So I do love Sailor. I don't know even what like set this is from. It just looked pretty, and that's probably how much I know about it, but it looked pretty. I'm going to try it. If you guys know anything about it, let me know. But we will swatch them all again in other videos. And then I did stop at Tasha and I got one ink too. This is my first Tasha. Is it Tasha? I'm not sure. But this is my first Tasha ink. So I'm so excited to try this because I've heard nothing but amazing things about their inks. Their pens are stunning as well, but I wanted to get into the inks, and this box is so pretty. So I'm definitely going to try and keep that. I have in the new, like, once I get everything set up, I've bought like little acrylic stands in certain ones because I am afraid, like, I don't want to break them. Some will have like little ledges, but I want to put some of the ink bottles or boxes on display because I just, you know what, they're pieces of art in themselves. So I wanted to do that. Okay, then what's next? Okay, then I went to Helen's Creations. So this is her card, so you guys can check her out as well. So sweet. She brought in some stuff from Japan, which I thought was so cool. She just had beautiful items. So I'm going to show you. So she had these little pen cuffs. This one I had taken out already. This, I will say, this little thing, they're dainty, okay? So they're handmade. I have one of these little ones fell off, but I have it still, and I have E6000 glue. It's really not a big deal at all. It'll glue right back on easily. But my main thing would just be careful with them. I had also bought them because I love, even on like some of the pens, I love to have hardware and things like that on my pens, break the resin up a little bit. So I thought, I have a couple maker pens that I love. They're beautiful, but I thought this might add just something fun to them. And so I had gotten these. Now they are like a little like clip, but I want to say, like, you can kind of like push them together, like, so it fits the, like, whatever pen you have or whatever. But they aren't something that we had wondered for a friend if it was going to be something they could use to kind of brace against to open the cap, and they are not. So unless you're going to like glue them on in some way, and that would be very permanent, so I wouldn't necessarily do that with a pen. I may, depending on the resin and the glue and stuff like that, there's like little tiny glue dots you could get that I might stick on one if I want it there permanently, or to maybe like take pictures or something like that. But I wouldn't, it's not going to be something that like is stiff to that you can use to then help open the pen, is kind of what it's going on. But they're absolutely stunning. They're so cute. Yeah, so I got a couple of those. They're so pretty. Sorry, I used it as a ring. And then she had these, and I am obsessed with little sakura and flowers and stuff. So they're like little pen rests. So I got a silver and a gold one. Then, funny story on this one. This ink is a Sailor ink, and it's actually a Kingdom Note exclusive. I had seen Suzette on Instagram post like one of her beautiful spreads that she always does with her writing and stuff like that, and the ink. And I was like, oh my goodness, I love that ink. What is it? And she's like, oh, it's a Japanese exclusive. Like, if you find it, let me know. And I was like, okay. So I Googled the name, and this came up, and I was like, wait a second. And I laughed because I was like, it was either this one or there was a pink version too, which, so obviously I could have gotten that one too, but I just recognized the picture. So I went over, because it was, I think, the day after or 2 days after we got back from Philly that she had posted that. And sure enough, it was, I laughed and I sent her a message. I was like, yeah, I bought that ink in Philadelphia. And she's like, what? And then I told her it was a Kingdom Note exclusive. So it is still available in Japan, but it's at Kingdom Note. So it's beautiful. So pretty. And then, so that, and then the last thing I got from Helen's Creations is this glass tip pen. Isn't it cute? Oh my goodness. So again, I like to have options. So I have a few glass tip pens, and this one was, I want to say it was fairly inexpensive. I want to say it was like 30 maybe. I'm trying to remember, but it's so pretty. It's just so cute. The little, like, it's almost like little, looks like pieces of like snow or ice in it, but it's just so pretty. So I got that. And then she had these little things that you can put, so you actually put this on the glass cap to like protect it. So of course I got the pink little cat paw to match. So that there. And if you guys have any questions about anything, put them in the comments. I will try to get to each and every one of them. If I miss anything, please forgive me, or if it takes me a bit, sometimes it does. Or you can message me on Instagram. Yeah, Instagram. I was like, wait, where else? But it's your Instagram. So feel free, of course, to message. And then, okay, so I'm going to show you these things. This is actually the sweetest. Lexi went on, I think, this Saturday, and I was not feeling very well. I get migraines sometimes, and sometimes when I get them, they can be real bad. But so I wasn't feeling that great, and she wanted to go to I can't even remember the name of the store now, but she went and she took a walk, and she went to this stationery store, and she was so sweet. She came back with little presents for me, which I thought was honestly just adorable considering it was her birthday. I adore Hello Kitty and pink and blacks and purples, so she knows this. So she got me little stickers. Like, how stinking cute are these? Like, I have to use things this year. Like, I am trying so hard to be like, don't hoard things, because I always buy new things. So like, you need to use what you have, kind of thing too, and the process. So this is me talking out loud, trying to convince myself as well. So if you're in the same boat, let's help each other. But these, so cute. And these I thought were absolutely adorable. So they're like little, just thin Japanese papers, what it says on it. But you can use them for so many things, like kind of marking dates, making lists. Like, I love to make lists, and if you can make the list pretty, you can do that. You could like color code things with them. So I just thought and of course my color scheme. So I thought that was so sweet. And then she got these ones for like Philadelphia. So that was fun. And then she knows my little puppy, and I just, like, how adorable are these? Like, and it just honestly meant so much that she even thought about me when she was out shopping, and she did not have to do that. So that was very kind. So that, and then look at this little Miffy. Like, how cute is this? Oh, little highlighter, pink highlighter. Love it. I don't know. And then this, which I thought was so cute. So it's supposed to be a toothbrush holder, but what I'm thinking is I might use it for like, because I have do any of you guys use like almost like a baby's toothbrush to help clean the feeds of your pen? So I'm thinking that I might put this in with like my pen cleaning supplies and put that toothbrush in here, because then it's always in my journaling accessories. Because like, seriously, how cute is this little... Okay, sorry, I had to adjust the light a little there. Okay, and then the last thing was that night, it was so sweet. I had gone out for dinner and stuff, and then they were doing like a craft. So Lexi made me one of these. Wendy Sue had brought the materials and stuff to make these like little nib wipes. I will not be using this to clean my nibs because I don't want it to get dirty, but like to polish your pens or anything like this. Like, how cute. I just think this was the sweetest little craft and love it. Okay, and then we'll move on to Sugar Turtle Studio. So I got a couple of stickers from them. So, and I thought this was kind of fun too. So it's like their business card. And actually, I've seen this a lot in the planner world, is that at like events and stuff, they have what they call contact cards. So what they'll have is from a shop they can order. They might even have their picture in the corner. I actually have some. I should find some and show you guys. But I think it's so cool for events like this, because then you have your handles and stuff and where to find you, like your socials, and then you can use the little stickers, and then you can use them to like remember who you met and things. And then I love this little ghosty, and then the Perfect Pen Princess. We won't say who that is, but just kidding, but it's so cute and pink, and I had to. And then actually what drew me over to their table, like obviously it was nice and fun and colorful, but I saw this and was like, this is a need, like this needs to come home with me. It's so cool. It's like a little pen holder, and like the pen is mightier than the sword, and I just thought that was so cool. So you definitely need to check that out. I love it. And then I'll show you I'll show you these first, sorry. And then I did get these stickers as well, and there's a reason behind them. I had actually got this pen, which I was so excited about, and then this one I'll be showing you in a minute. But so that is some other stickers from Sugar Turtle Studio. Then I did get one of their washi. I absolutely love anything that has to do with stationery or travel. So kind of like the little stamps and stuff. So when they come together, that's a definite need. Whoops. And then they had their collaboration with Diamine there. So it was like a little 3-pack. So Lollygag, Dawdle, and Trudge, which I thought was so cute. And then another pink ink is this one. So I love that. So that was what I got from Sugar Turtle Studio. So they are on Instagram as well, and they have a shop. So if you want to check out anything there, you can definitely do that. And then I will show you one pen first, and then I think this is getting into the the bigger purchases now. So this was actually the first pen I bought of the show, 5 minutes into the ballroom. And I think it was even the night before the show actually officially started. And I bought this from Jimmy. And I don't know if he has an online shop. He's very kind, so sweet. He's at a lot of the shows. I saw this and was like, this was one of those pens that has been on my list. Like if I find it at a good price, then it was coming home with me. And this was very well priced. It has a couple, I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. It has a couple little spots of like an oxidization on the metal, but truly nothing serious. And then I was told after, because I didn't even notice it when I bought it, like it's that small, and that I think I was talking to somebody after and they were like, oh no, you can get this polishing cloth on Amazon, which I still haven't ordered for some reason, but somebody sent me a link to that. And it comes right off. So again, not worried about it, which is nice, but I love the purple, like purples and pinks, obviously very much a favorite. And it comes in a medium nib, which is my favorite. I haven't had a medium in the Pelican nibs before, and I know they tend to write a little bit broader. So I'm curious to see how that goes. But I also know that their nibs can be changed out. So I was excited about that too. But this was definitely not, something I thought I was going to get, but it was one of those like surprise, and it was an incredible price, and I was so happy to get it. So this was my first purchase in the first like 5 minutes of the show. So I'll show you that one pen, and then I'll show you another pen. So obviously you guys know I love my Esterbrook's, and I've got to work with them at a couple shows, and I will get to work with them at Chicago. So if you guys come out to Chicago, definitely come say hi. And if you are not in the Discord, I'm going to put that link below. So definitely join there. And because I think the links expire sometimes, I'm sorry. So if it does and you want to join, just send me a message on Instagram. I will definitely get to you and send you the link too. So I had done some fun stories on Instagram actually while I was shopping, and I called it Shopping with Shannon because it's fun. And I had you guys so I put 4 pens, I think, as like that you guys get to choose, and we did a poll. So it was this pen, and then there was the Model J in the violet, and there was the Junior in the coral, I believe, and then the Model J in the pumpkin, and then this one. So in the poll, the violet Model J actually won, and if I'm being completely honest, that was the one going into the show that I was pretty sure that I was going to bring home, because it is one that has been on my list for quite some time. But I didn't realize they were going to have this one though, and this one has also been on my list, and this one's actually as far as I understand, is being discontinued. So if you find one, if you love this pen and you find one and you decide that that's what you want, that's why I picked this one this time. And I knew that like getting to talk to them, the Model J in the violet was there for a little bit. So I wanted to get this one first, and I absolutely do love it. It is the Scarlet. I have, like I said, I've had my eye on this for a while. I love reds. And it's funny because I will tell a lot of people that I'm not really a blue girl, and I don't know if I'm trying to tell them or convince myself, because in the last few months I have definitely acquired some blue pens, and so I'm not sure if I'm lying to myself, like what's happening here, but and this one has some blue, but it's beautiful. So I love it. I'm very happy to add this to my collection. And if you haven't had an Esterbrook before, the Estie, if you watch when I do this, it kind of like pops. Hold on. There. So it'll like pop. So it has like a push cap on the inside. I don't think you can see that right now, but it helps with the sealing. So it helps keep your nib wet so it doesn't dry out fast. And then I was lucky enough for this one. I did actually also get the Techo grind. So I'm very excited about that, because one of my goals too is to collect the different grinds that they have as well. So I have this one and the journaler. The mini stub is actually the next one that I would really like to get. So maybe in Chicago that will be, maybe I'll get the Model J in the violet with a mini stub. That's been on my wish list for a while. So that there. And like I said, you still do have to budget and things like that. So with this, and then when you see the other ones, you'll see kind of why as well. But I don't know. I love my Estes, and I've always been like a collector. So I tend to, like, if I find, there's a few brands that you guys will see in my collection, like once I start to do the Pens and Pages series with you, that you'll see multiple of, because I'm very much, and I've always been a collector, and it's one of those things where if I find a pen that just fits my hand properly, it's comfortable to write with. I love all the different colors and all of that kind of stuff. And of course with Esterbrook, like I adore the people behind the brand as well. So that tends to be like, I will buy them in additional colors. And I know that some people don't like to have more than one of a certain style and that kind of thing. And that's totally okay. Absolutely. The fun thing about these hobbies is that you get to do what you want and what brings you joy, right? So I absolutely love having different ones and different colors, and you can do different inks and all of that kind of stuff. So but if you like to have one of each, you pick the one you want and you get to experience all of those brands. That's wonderful as well. So I did get the Scarlet and the Esty. And then the biggest purchase of the day was from Luxury Brands, and Luxury Brands is also phenomenal. I got to spend some time with Bryce and Carol and John, which is Bryce and then his parents, who own Luxury Brands of America. And they are the sweetest, and they're so much fun, and they're just, I don't know, I had a blast getting to know them in Philly. It was just fun. I had a good time. And it was so funny because John and I were talking, and I don't remember how, but we got talking about animals. And you know me, anytime that I get to show a picture of Callie, I absolutely will. And he had asked me like what type of dog I had. And I said like a long-haired Chihuahua. And he kind of gave me this look. And I was like, okay. So I showed him a picture of Callie. Like he's like, or no, I think he had said like, we have a long-haired Chihuahua. And I was like, oh. And then I show him a picture of Callie. And when I tell you the look on his face, and he got Carol to come over like right away. And so long story short, their dog's name is Yuki. They look like brother and sister. Like it's so funny. Like we were all like flabbergasted. So it was just like this joke that they're brother and sister now, and they're so cute, and I just love it. I just love that. So anyways, I will show you what I bought from Luxury Brands of America. So we'll start with this actually. So this is like so if you don't like knickknacks or desk accessories or just knickknacks in general, I can't. So this stopped for a little bit. So I'm not sure if you heard the part where I am definitely a maximalist. I'm not a minimalist. Like there's times where I pretend that I want to be, and I'm not. I'm just not. So if you're not, this might not be the channel for you, but I hope you stick around and just have fun with us. But and it's so heavy. Like this has got some weight to it. Like if I drop it, like it's got some weight. So it's so fun, and you just kind of like, I'm not going to do the nib, but you put your nib in there and it like holds. No, I guess I'm going to have to do the nib. So you just kind of I want to be careful, but just put it in there and it just sits. Like how cute is that? It's so fun. Oh my gosh. I love little things. Little things just make me happy. So this I got. I was like, I need to have this. So I got that, and we're just going to pretend that that's back in there perfectly. And then I got these little Colorverse cards. So these are ink swatches, and that you can't really, when you open them, you can't really see it. So I'm just going to show you the back. So they are, you put the ink over it. So it's like a swatch, and then it brings out the star signs for the different zodiacs. And I love the zodiac, like just stars in general, I love. So I wanted to try these. And the other thing though, is you could use them as little note cards and decorate, like put different inks on them. You can make them like artsy. You can use them in your journal. You could use them as the swatch cards. You could use them, like I said, notes for your friends or to put on gifts or anything like that. I just think they're so creative and crafty, and I was having fun with those. And then I haven't tried the Nebula brand that they represent. Again, the stars. So I was excited to see that. And I figured in my videos, I could use this for like when I'm just testing new inks or showing you guys like just pen samples, that kind of stuff. So I grabbed one of those. And then this is kind of in the same space as the swatch cards, but they're kind of, I'm not 100% what I'm going to do with them. So they're coloring pages is what they're called. So they're coloring sheets, but you could like test your inks with them. You could like, to me, these are just, they were fun and I had to have them, but you get 4 designs and 4 of each design. So you could also split a package with friends if you want to be a little bit more economical, or you guys all want to try them, see what they're about. But for me, I thought it was really cool. So because, coloring is just kind of one of those, like a soothing kind of activity too. But I thought of a couple of things. You could either color them or not color them and give them as like write a note to a friend, or again, you could color them and put them in your journals. You could test your different inks on them. You could use them as cut like shapes. You can do so many things with them, and I just thought they were so, and I honestly don't remember. I'm so sorry, and I don't think there's a price on them. I don't remember how much they were, but but they were so cute. And again, there's 4 designs and 4 cards of each. So if you had friends with you, you could totally grab a package and split them. So I'll just show you all the designs. I just thought they were adorable, and I love florals. So I just thought that was so cool. So I thought that was neat. And then, okay, so now, oh, and then the 2 inks. So I did get 2. Now I've wanted the blue dragon for a while, and I decided on the silver. I do want to ask you guys in the comments below, write with these ones, because there's 4 different variations, and I want the snake one as well. I haven't gotten it yet. Do you guys get all 4, or do you pick one and stick with that? Or do you kind of like this last year get the silver, this year get the like, I can't remember, one's like purpley or something. I'm not sure. But there's different like glistening. Do you get all 4? Do you get one? Like I don't know what to do on that, to be completely honest. But they aren't, again, these weren't overly, I want to say these are like 15 or 20 maybe. I don't remember. I really gotta, I'm sorry, it's been a while since the show, so I don't remember. But so I definitely want the silver in the snake version as well. I just don't know if I want a couple of additional ones, but I saw the dragon one and I grabbed that because I knew I wanted that one, of course, because 2024 was when I started. So, and then I got another pink one. So this says the special Korea ink. Again, I'm sorry guys, I just kind of, I don't know how to say that. Saray Fog maybe, but it was pink and I was happy, so that's what we went with. And then what else? Okay, so then I'm going to get into the pens. So I will tell you guys that there are a couple of pens here. Again, please note that I had saved for this, and this was kind of like Christmas gifts as well. I know I don't need to explain those kinds of things, but if anybody just finds this channel and hasn't really like spoken with me or watched a couple of the videos, that kind of thing, you can have 1 pen, you can have 1,000 pens. It doesn't matter, as long as it brings you joy. That's all that matters, truly. And I may have went slightly overboard, but it was one of those things that stationery is where I tend to spend my extra money. And it has been since I was a child. There was a couple of splurges in here. So I just kind of want to preface that before I show you the 3 other pens. Yeah. And then, let me see if there's anything else. So, no, I think that was it. I'm just looking around because this was a little bit chaotic in that aspect. Okay, so the first one I will show you is the new Euphoria model in the caviar. So this one has been on my list for so long. So the other thing I kind of want to mention is that these 3 pens have been also on my list for a very long time, like some of them since almost the beginning when I started. But what was nice, and I think is nice, is that these ones are part of their core lines. So they're ones that you can always get. So they're not like a limited one. You don't have to, and which honestly, the more and more I appreciate that. I've never been one to care if it says limited edition. I tend to like some of the limited editions more so because, again, they're more the color schemes, I think. But I've never cared if it's actually limited edition or not. And I think I appreciate these core lines so much because they're ones that, like in this hobby, it's not like a washi or stickers or something like that where it's, you know, under $10 to get it if it's a limited edition and comes out tomorrow. Whereas the pens, they obviously cost more. And I think that it's nice for us to be able to save for something as well, or, you know, put it on that wish list for a birthday or an anniversary or whatever the case may be, if that's what we need to do for our budgets as well. So these ones again, they've been on my list and they just kind of got pushed back because of other ones that I had tried to, again, this last year was me just getting into it, and there's some that were harder to find that I had wanted, so I kind of concentrated there more first, and now I'm kind of getting to go and grab some of the ones that I have loved the whole time, but are part of the core lines, which I, again, very much appreciate that I can grab those as time goes on, because sometimes that's what is better for us, right? So, and these ones I had got, because I had gone in thinking I might be able to find a different one. Anyways, it didn't happen. So these ended up what happening, which is very exciting because again, these have been on my list for forever. So with Benu, this is one of those brands that has topped my list very fast. Benu was one right from the beginning that I absolutely loved just for the looks. They're sparkly, they're fun, they're creative, all of that. But when I first started, I didn't get one right in the beginning because I wanted to see one in person. Mainly because this cap is very large and I was very worried with my little hands that it wouldn't fit in my hands properly. And I was very wrong, which I was very excited about. So they have a wonderful grip section. It is perfect for my hand and stuff like that. And this is far back, so this doesn't bother me. It is just, I was so happy. And that's what I think I was trying to say earlier with the pen shows, is if you get to go to them and hold the pens and really try them, because that's going to make such a difference. Had I never got to hold a Benu and really see that this was nowhere near the size of this, I might not have grabbed one or 10, like it's one of those. And I feel like that's where you get to really see what you love and get to hold them. And because like I've said, this hobby is more expensive. You want to purchase and find stuff that you absolutely love and go to the tables and try their pens. Like I know at the Esterbrook table for sure, they have a set of testers. I think I mentioned it earlier. Sorry, this cut off for a minute, so I hope that I'm not repeating myself. But Kirk, for example, though, at his table has a whole set of testers that you can sit and test them. And other tables, I know, actually not for the Benu, but for the Platinum, at the table, Luxury Brands had the whole array of the 3776 that you could try their nibs, because, and like I would actually, to be completely honest, I tried the ultra extra fine, which I'm normally like medium fine is normally where I sit. And especially with Japanese brands, I tend to go like medium because they're thinner. I actually tried that ultra extra fine and it wrote like a dream. I was floored. Like I actually want one now, and I never thought that an ultra extra fine would be something that I would want in my collection because it's so tiny, and I thought that it might just not work for me. And it wrote so wonderfully that I was like, I like having different, I like a variety of nib sizes on my pens and stuff. So I definitely want to add one of those to my collection at some point, because it actually, like, I was surprised as to how much I liked it personally. So, but yeah, anyway, so what I'm saying is like, try the different pens, because I was worried about the Euphoria when I first saw it because of the size, and that's not it at all. And it's so comfortable. It's such a good weight. Like, they're nice and light. They come in the sparkliest of sparkly colors, and I love them so much. And I love grays, which I know is, grays, yes, but like I tend to have like color schemes. Like one of them obviously is the pinks and stuff. Love grays. I love reds and some blacks and stuff. And then another one that I think I don't know if it's surprising or not, I was going to talk about it when I get to the next pen, but is leopard. Like, I love leopard, and I have since I was a child. I'm going to blame Lisa Frank for it, like the rainbow leopard. That's where I think it started. And then it went to normal leopard. And I also love like a black and gray leopard. Phenomenal. Like, I'm getting way off topic, guys. If you don't like chatty channels, I am also not for you. But the new Waldman that, actually Luxury Brands, because they represent Waldman, just came out with a leopard print pen, and I am like dying over it. It is so beautiful. Like, it's so good. It's so classy, but it's got the leopard lid. It's so good. So I'm hoping at some point, because it's a little bit pricier, I'm hoping at some point that I get to add that one though, because it's beautiful. I'm hoping they actually have it in Chicago, because I want to try writing with it. But yeah, so pretty. Anyways, but this is my Benu, so I love them. And then this pen, okay. So Platinum is one of my favorite brands. When I first started this journey, there were 4 brands right off the hop that I had been like, that like sucked me in real fast. And to be honest, Benu's, and they're in no particular order, I would say Benu now is in that, like, if I had to go 5, that would be, but and you can tell in my collection, like even when I start to show you guys the pens, like those are the ones I have the most of, but platinum was definitely one as well. And the 3776 is, I love this model. It's just so cute. They come out with the best colors. It's classy still, and it's just, I don't know, writes well. Love it. So this one has, again, long time been on my list because it's very much a Shannon pen. You can see that. But it kept being pushed again because like I had found some on my list were like some of the limited edition ones from Japan and stuff. And I knew that this one was part of their core line and I could get it at a later date, which again, very much appreciate. And this is actually my first celluloid pen though, so I'm a little nervous. I haven't inked this one yet because I am nervous about it a little bit. I want to do slightly more research on it just to make sure. I probably won't put like, I don't tend to put like shimmer inks in these ones anyways, but I did want to, I just want to see because I want to make sure I have like, I just want to obviously properly take care of it. And I know that the celluloid, I think, can stain a little easier. So I also want to be careful that I don't put a darker ink in it. So I just want to do some research on it. But this is like, I love this pen so much. It's so pretty. Like, it's so beautiful. And one of my favorite features on the Platinum 3, like on the Platinum pens in general, let me see if I can, whoops, is the little hearts on the nib. Ugh, I love them. I love them. So they're just so cute and they write so well. And this is a fine, and I actually think this is my first fine in the 3776. I tend to a lot of the time with my Japanese pens go medium because they are narrower than like the European or the US brands. But again, I got to try some of them at the, try some of the sizes that I hadn't yet in the Platinums at the luxury brands table. And I was like, you know what? I want a medium. Like I knew I wanted to have most of the nibs at some point, but I had wanted to try them. And sure enough, like I actually really like them. And I just wanted to make sure, because if it's a pen that like I'm going to use this quite a bit, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be something that I really liked, and I do. So the fine is beautiful. The pen is stunning. Like I don't know if the camera's doing this thing justice. Like it's so pretty. Can you kind of see all the it's so pretty. Okay. I don't know how many times I've said cute, pretty, adorable, or all of those things in this video. And then this has been another one actually. So I do have two other Le Bon pens, but I didn't have one of this is the 325 model, I believe. It's what it's called. I have the Mother of Pearl Le Bon pen that I'm obsessed with, and I've always been obsessed with Mother of Pearl as well. That's another material that I just think is absolutely beautiful, and I don't know how or when or why it started, but if something happens, I'm always like, Mother of Pearl. So it's kind of one of those things for me that I don't know. I love it and needed to have that. So I have that Le Bon. And then I have another one that I can't remember the name of, and I had bought it secondhand. It's very pretty, but I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I'll show you guys in a video one time though. But this one, again, this series has actually been on my list for a long time. I still want and I think I put, oh no, actually it was the 3776. I did the Sakura. I did the shopping with Shannon on this one as well. And it was really between this one or the Calico, which is where I was going with the leopardy print. There's a tortoise as well that I love, but I do have the tortoise of the Esterbrook. So I was like, I want this one and the Calico first of the celluloids. And then I would probably still get the tortoise as well, but at some point, like I'm talking like just wish lists kind of thing. But so I ended up getting this one, but Calico, I'm thinking that depending on budget, of course, and all of that kind of stuff, and nothing that comes up as a surprise, I'm hoping that the Calico will come home with me in Chicago, if not probably San Francisco. But this one they're beautiful. Like they make very pretty pens. I think I got this one in a fine as well. And then like the grip section is when I love that there's no drop or anything like that. They feel great. They're absolutely beautiful. This one I can see being another one that is like I have a few colors in. Like there's a white that I think is beautiful. There's a really nice red. There's like a deep purple one that I love. Like and these ones aren't that, like, they're very inexpensive. And that's the other thing, like Banus as well are ones that, like once, I mean, I could say that like for beginner user friendly, yes, but if you want to talk cost, I mean, they're probably more like getting into the mid range, but you can find them on sale too, which is phenomenal. And same with these ones. And because I seen these ones on, they were on a decent sale for, was it Fountain Pen Day? It was either Fountain Pen Day or Black Friday, but I think it was Fountain Pen Day. So if you're newer and you want to find ones like this too, like watch for those sales as well, because they're just wonderful. They're just so pretty and they're wonderful and they're great brands. And, you know, it's one of those ones that, I don't know. I'm actually just very glad that I ended up getting one now and not waiting any longer, because they're great. So, and so pretty. That, I know that's bad, but that tends to always be like the first thing that draws me in to a pen. And then I kind of do my research from there and then decide. So all of these brands I have had great experiences with, and also the people that are behind them, like with luxury brands, they represent Le Bon, Banu, and Platinum, for example, in the US. So I know that they take care of you, like they're wonderful as well. Pelican, like I've just had an Esterbrook, obviously, like that kind of thing. It's just very nice to have those relationships in this community and to know who's kind of behind them as well. And I don't know. I think it makes it even more special, and to get to know that like these will now represent like that time that I got to like hang out with them and have fun and just make those memories. So I think the pen shows are one of the best places to go and purchase your pens if that's what you decide to do. So if you have any questions though, that is the end of my haul for the Philly pen show. Sorry, that was very, very talky. But if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys get to go to a pen show this year as well. The next one I will be at is Chicago, and I will be helping with Esterbrook, which will be also with the Atlas tables. So if you see me, please come and say hello. Any questions that you have, below, put them below, or again, message me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for staying if you've stayed till the end. And any other videos you want to see, let me know. And again, I will get to this Pens and Pages series very soon, so that you guys can start to see how I use my pens, a little more in depth on the pens, how they write, and some inks as well. All right, talk to you soon. Oh, make sure you like and subscribe to, or share the channel if you'd love to. I would really like to grow this channel and this community as well. So I'll talk to you in the next one.